Okay, so we're almost into March, and I have a question for you, which is if you look at your New Year's resolution list, that is, if you made one, how many of the things on your resolutions list are things that you've accomplished? How many of the things on the list are things that you've started but didn't follow through with? And how many of the things on your resolutions list have you been procrastinating on? I'm Michelle Stanley with Moksha Living, and today I'm going to be talking about how to turn your procrastination into motivation. Do you notice that there are some projects and tasks that you are motivated around and that you can follow through with? And there's other things that you notice that you start and you maybe have a lot of energy and motivation around them initially, but then for some reason can't sustain it. And then three, do you notice there's some areas where you want to do something, but you mainly keep thinking about it and trying to figure out decisions around what you want to do, but you don't ever commit to taking action. So some people think that the reason that they either procrastinate or don't follow through is because of laziness. Or they even think that just because they haven't fallen through with something in the past, that means that they can't or they are not able to follow through in the present. When in actuality, neither of those things are really true. What is true is that you can create motivation in the areas where you don't have it. The key is that you have to create motivation from the inside out and not from the outside in. An example of trying to create motivation from the outside in, which is the way that we do not want to do it, is to try to get motivated around the result of something while not paying attention to the emotion that you have about the process to get there. So, for example, that's like telling yourself, I really want to have um, to be in shape and to have the body, a healthy, fit body. But I really hate going to the gym and I don't like to cook, nor do I want to spend any money on hiring somebody to help me cook. That's one example. Another example would be to say, I really want and I'm motivated around being in a relationship with a romantic partner. At the same time, I really hate, despise, am, am anxious about the idea of going on a first date. So those are two examples of trying to create motivation from the outside in. But what we're going to be talking about in this video is how to create motivation from the inside out. So when we understand what motivation is, positive emotion and positive thinking towards action, we can now start to listen. So we're doing motivation from the inside out. So we're going to start with listening to what our emotions are about the tasks that we're trying to get motivated around. Let's use the example of procrastination next. So let's say that there is a project that you're working on for work and you know that it's been on your to-do list for a long time, yet you also know that it requires a lot of brain power, a lot of thinking. Maybe it's a solution that you need to come up with. And you know that it's been sitting on your to-do list for a long time and you just keep putting other things in front of it that are easier to do or that are quicker to get done. And this big thing just keeps sitting there. And you notice that you're delaying and you're procrastinating on it. And if you pay attention to the emotion that is surrounding your work on this project, you might notice, number one, that you feel overwhelmed. And so if you listen to the emotion of overwhelm, you might be able to understand and know that what overwhelm might need is to know what the next or what is the next first step you can take or the next best step just to get started. So a big part of overwhelm is not knowing where to begin or how to begin. So if you could realize the emotion of overwhelm and what that emotion needs, just to be able to move through the emotion will help you to move through on the task. So by listening to the emotion and intuiting the information the emotion is trying to tell you, you not only dissolve the emotion, but you move forward in action. So thanks for all of your feedback on the anxiety strategy and how the tools are working for you. The next video that you'll see next week is simply on how to clean up your thoughts to create more calm, confidence, and clarity. So in the meantime, I'll leave you with the question of, what do you think anxiety and confidence have in common? So I will look forward to hearing your responses to that question and to sharing more in our next video. See you then. Bye-bye.